What? Donald Trump has exhibited obsessive-like behavior towards Taylor Swift for years. Despite him saying that he hates Taylor Swift and he doesn't like her, his actions show the opposite. He is very thirsty for her attention. He wants to be seen by her so bad, and it has been this way for years. This man has been goading her since 2018, and it all started because she would not vote for Marsha Blackburn, and she endorsed a Democrat back in 2018, and that's what started his spiral and obsession with Taylor Swift. Ahead of the midterm elections in 2018, Taylor endorsed Democratic Senate candidate Phil Bredesen over Marsha Blackburn. In response to this, he said, "I'm sure Taylor Swift knows nothing, and she doesn't know anything about Marsha Blackburn." He then went on to say that he likes her music 25% less after she endorsed Phil. To like it 25% less means that you have to have some percentage of like, right? He had other things to do during his stint as president, but he came right back to making statements about Taylor February of this year. This is long before she made any kind of announcement or gave any kind of endorsement. Because he signed the copyright reform legislation, he seemed to think that this would be enough to get and keep him in Taylor's good graces. "I signed and was responsible for the Music Modernization Act for Taylor Swift and all other musical artists. Joe Biden didn't do anything for Taylor and never will." He then goes on to say that there's no way that Taylor could endorse crooked Joe Biden, the worst and most corrupt president in the history of the country, and be disloyal to the man who made her so much money. So because you signed something into effect, she's supposed to worship you, follow your every move, support you when you shouldn't be supported? Has he heard the man? She wouldn't dare be disloyal to the man who made her so much money. Your Honor, I'd like to call Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun to the stand. In June of this year, in his book, Apprentice in Wonderland, How Donald Trump and Mark Burnett Took America Through the Looking Glass. Trump on his continued obsession of Taylor. Because that's what it looks like right at this point. If you're bringing somebody up in opportune moments, telling them they should worship you, they should be loyal to you, going out of your way to make comments about them, it's given obsessed. He calls her very beautiful way too many times. I think she's beautiful, very beautiful. I find her very beautiful. I think she's liberal. She probably doesn't like Trump, he says about himself in third person. I hear she's very talented. I think she's very beautiful, actually, unusually beautiful. That was 5 beautifuls in 5 sentences. And then he decided to continue talking. He always just continues to talk. She is liberal. Or is that just an act? She's legitimately liberal? It's not an act? It surprises me that a country star can be successful being liberal. You'd think after this creepiness he would back off of Taylor? No. Because in June of 2024, Trump goes to Capitol Hill and spends time complaining about why Taylor is not endorsing him. Why would she endorse this dope, he wondered. He doesn't even know how to get off a stage. So he's still talking about Taylor. She is still renting space in his mind. She's still relevant to him. He is still so angry at her from 2018 and has continued throughout the years, poking her and saying things about her and to her. So that was June. We're in September. He hasn't said anything else, right? Wrong. In August of 2024, he is so desperate to have Taylor endorse him, say his name, acknowledge his presence. He goes onto his Truth Social app, shares a collage of screen grabs and photos from a movement called Swifties for Trump. Several of those showed Taylor dressed as Uncle Sam with the caption, "Taylor wants you to vote for Donald Trump." I want to show you a picture of this. Pause to look at this. He was so angry that Taylor endorsed Kamala that on September 11th, he called into Fox News. And said that he was not a Taylor Swift fan. He said he actually liked Brittany Mahomes much better because she had liked some of his pro-Trump posts on social media. He then goes on to say, "I was not a Taylor Swift fan. It was just a question of time. Couldn't possibly endorse Biden, but she's a very liberal person. She always seems to endorse a Democrat. Probably pay a price for it in the marketplace." The person who has the highest grossing concert tour of all time is one of the most famous people in the entire world. Her choosing to not support him will hurt her so bad that she'll pay a price for it. She will lose her billionaire status. To be a what, millionaire? Okay. I wish I could say that this was it. But then today happened. When he found out that his poll numbers took a dip because of Taylor's endorsement of Kamala, this was his response. An 80-year-old man who is angry that someone that he has been publicly trying to goad, someone that he's tried to flex power dynamics over, still hasn't given him the time of day. He's pressed. He's panini pressed.